Hey everyone, it's Too Big Kim from TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com, and I'm here with Terry, my couch partner. And as you know, we have the TwoBigWomenOnACouch.com website for plus size, former plus size women, and those who love us, and really the place for you to be able to share in a safe and secure environment your videos, your blogs, whatever it is that you need and want to talk about that's positive and encouraging for yourself and for other women in terms of our community. So, Terry, again, it's just good to be together. I know we can't be on the couch again, being that I'm not in Seattle anymore, but just good to be together. And I know, we've done a lot of different kind of conversations and topics and so forth, but this one is something that I think we're both really being affected by lately, and a lot of people are dealing with, and that is stress. And I guess, I brought this to your attention to say, let's just talk about it. Let's just have a conversation about stress. What is it? What does it feel like? How do you deal with it? And so forth. So that's what I want to talk about. You okay with that?
Oh, absolutely. And I certainly think we all could use tools for how do we deal with stress and helpful tools. I think so many of us often turn to habits instead of tools, and sometimes they aren't healthy for us.
Hmm. So what are some of the things that are the unhealthy things that you're talking about? Because I know for me lately, I've been very, very stressed out with, well, actually for the last year and a half, and I won't go into a whole lot of details, but you know that I had the issues with my father being very ill and flying back and forth across the country 12 times from coast to coast and dealing with a nightmare back there, and a number of things in terms of my own change in life. A lot of things in my life I've changed.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then now this recent diagnosis of this uterine cancer and so forth. So just a lot of stuff going on for me. So the I tried to stay as healthy as I could. I mean, I try to do positive meditation. I try to stay around healthy people and encouraging people, and folks that are encouraging to me and so forth. I don't eat very well, or haven't been eating very well until recently, and that's certainly been the cause of major problems in my life, I understand. But I'm trying to do better about that. But certainly the habits that I have are that I fall into, again, are things like not eating healthy, or maybe I get a little bit more aggravated or irritated with the people closest to me, and they feel that and they sense that. They are like absolutely the last persons or people that I would want to be upset at. And so I know that those are some of the things that are happening in my life.
Well, I think that as well the great deal of stress that I've been under also with both myself and my partner having underemployment or no employment. The death of my sister impacted me greatly. I think that for the last couple of years I've faced really difficult situations. And I think that there comes a time that sometimes what I tend to do is just turn off. I don't engage with people anymore. I don't reach out to people. I kind of I certainly don't eat well. I don't exercise. I basically just turn off. And that's not a healthy way to deal with stress. I think where you need to be more engaged, actually, to look for support. And I think sometimes I don't want to reach out to other people because I don't want to trouble them.
And sometimes when people have been reaching in, I know you haven't been able to really reach back out. And I think that is not you. That is so not you. You are always the kind of person that reaches out, usually first, and so forth. So I know that everything that you've been through has been just really, really, really difficult for you. Um, I don't know what to really say to the community of women who, many of them are stressed out for a variety of reasons, same kinds of things: unemployment, underemployment, deaths in their families, children that are stressing them out, or children that are having problems, or not enough money, or not enough, whatever it might be going on in their lives. And I know we're building this community, particularly the Two Big Women on a Couch community, to be a place where people can come and just sort of get ideas. We can't give advice because that's not what we do. We can only tell you kind of our experiences and so forth. But it seems like there's just so much stress. And what I'm realizing is that now that I'm trying to deal with this illness that I have, I'm realizing that the effects of all those things that have kept me stressed out can manifest in something like cancer. I mean, seriously. I mean,
they absolutely can.
Yeah.
And they can manifest in both in cancer, in heart disease, in many other forms in your body, and depression, severe depression, anxiety. So it's absolutely important that we treat ourselves when we get under a great deal of stress. And whether whether we have to do it on our own or we have to reach out to a medical professional or maybe a therapist or maybe our church, wherever we can find support and assistance, you just got to reach out and try to find it because, I think the same reason my sister was under a great deal of stress before her cancer diagnosis. And I believe that was one of the impacts. I really believe that those kind of things then manifest themselves in your body. Your body can only take so much.
Right. And people like you and I, we always come across as being very strong. I mean, people look at us, they don't even realize that we too have stress. We too, are impacted by certain things. And I certainly know the way I walk in this world, people really don't think, that I get, pulled under at all. And so I do actively sort of reach out. In fact, one of the things I did when I learned about this diagnosis is I let everybody know. I've got a couple of friends who have had cancer, let's say especially cancer, and they just kind of kept it to themselves, and that's how they needed and wanted to deal with it, and I respect that. But for me, the way to sort of release and sort of open it up and sort of embrace others and have them embrace me seem more healing for me and so forth, more of that. So that's what I've chosen to do. But anyway, yeah, it is really amazing how many people are dealing with breakups, loss, grief, all kinds of stuff, not enough and so forth. And so I just wanted to say that they're not alone, and that they really should try to find ways to move as quickly out of that as they possibly can. I don't have any answers. I think you gave a few tips, but if they can move out of that as quickly as they can, because they don't want to have it continue to eat at them and cause other problems.
I think it's important that even no matter how bad we feel or how low we are, if we can just somehow in the morning when we wake up, be grateful. Mm-hmm. Be grateful for something. If we can't be grateful where we're at in the world, be grateful maybe where a friend is at, or be grateful where our children are, or be grateful for the fact that the sun's shining today, or the rain. I mean, you just have to find something to connect with and be grateful for. And once you start walking with gratitude in the earth, I think then more good things will start coming towards you, coming your way. And I don't want to sound, I don't know, like I'm out in Never Land, but I do think that there's something to being grateful, and there's something to having graciousness and walking with that in your life.
I love that, Terry. I love that, and I think that is an amazing statement that you just made. Just such an amazing statement that you just made. That every day I try to with my partner actually try to have that very conversation about what are we grateful for, and and so forth. So I think you've really hit upon something that I don't think about it. We just do it. We just do it, And but I think people should be more conscious and aware and actually try to do that. I think it is very, very helpful. Good advice.
Even if when you get up in the morning as you're walking to the restroom for that first morning, you can think of something on your way there to be grateful for, and just make that a habit. That when my feet hit my floor, what am I grateful for this day? Maybe it's just that my feet are hitting the floor. Maybe that's where you have to start. But I think you have to find somewhere.
Terry, thank you very much for spending some time just on this particular topic. I think for me, it was a very important topic, and clearly for you as well. So hopefully folks listening and watching this video will get something out of it. And we certainly would love to know, how do you deal with stress, and maybe even how do you show gratitude if that's something that you do, and what are you grateful for? So give us some responses. And Terry, it's again so good to be back with you. I know we're not on the same couch, but it's just so good to be able to spend a little bit of time with you like this.
Feel my arms around you. I love you, sister.
All right. You're my girl. All right.